again, it's time for Off the Top Sportscast. I'm John, and that guy right there is Roy. Roy, you have our topic of the day, but first, like and subscribe. We love it, guys. We appreciate all of our subscriptions and all of our platforms. You can go and see and keep up with us and talk trash with us and conversate. We love that. Roy, what's our topic today?
Here we're going to go a little bit of NFL name your loser or winners in regards to some rumors. And let's pick a quick rumor. We're going to go real quick down the thing. Do you think this is going to happen? Or is it going to happen? Should they happen? Whatever. Number one, are the Titans going to trade Hopkins and Hopkins possibly to the Chiefs? Is that going to happen? Is that a good thing? Should that be? What do you think? What do you say?
It looks like it's going to happen. All the credible sources, the guys that very rarely get this wrong, unless another team comes in and swoops in. And I think the other rumor that maybe Tampa would be in play now that Godwin looks like he's hurt. I don't think that really works out the way. I don't think that would work out that way. Great for Tampa, but yes, I think it'll go to the Chiefs, and I think it moves the needle very little. It's very little. Patrick Mahomes, I hate to say it, is good enough to throw the ball to anybody. So they just need bodies right now. Bodies are falling all over the place for them, and they need a guy that has good hands, and that's what D-Hop is. I don't know if you're going to see him explode for over 100 yards, maybe one or two games with some soft D. I don't know if it puts him – to me, it doesn't – I'm not like, oh, I fear the Chiefs now that D-Hop is there. That's just not how I feel. I feel like this is the same remember when they got Sammy Watkins? It was a nice piece to what they were already doing, but – you kind of forgot he was there. Every once in a while, he'd make a catch.
I got it. Yeah, he won't be around. He doesn't put fear in me. Oh my goodness, look. But again, Mahomes can make him look better, right?
Absolutely.
Let's go to the next one. The Rams. Is someone gonna pick up Cooper Kupp? Are they gonna take some of that? Does the Rams gonna have to eat some of the salary? Is he worth picking up for some teams? Can the Rams even get rid of him?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a good pickup for a team. It has to be the right team. It has to be the team that is ready for him. For instance, I don't know if it would work in Dallas. I don't know if they're ready for Cooper Kupp. They don't have the offense that I think could sustain a Cooper Kupp and a CeeDee Lamb, and I don't think CeeDee's ego would allow a guy like Cooper Kupp that might start getting fed because he's going to be open. And the problem with Cooper Kupp is his health. So
who could use him right now? Who could pick him up? And you go, man, I think he fits that mold. Again, barring his health, that could maybe make an impact. I got two teams.
Who's that?
Tampa Bay.
I think he would fit more of what they got going on over there. I think that could work. I don't know how many years he has left on his contract.
Yeah, I don't know, but he's got a good chunk contract. Next one. Okay. What about putting him in Minnesota?
That's an interesting spot because there he doesn't have to be all world. Nope. He doesn't even have to be the burner because they got the young kids for that. That could work. That could really work. And because they got Hutchinson coming back, the tight end, I can see that working. I don't know how the money floats, but I can see that working.
Imagine the trouble on defense, who you're going to take. You're going to take the young guy. You're going to take the experienced guy. You're going to take the tight end. Now you got Cooper. He becomes almost a number one receiver. He's just strolling around, cutting across the middle.
You know where he should go is the Jets. because they got everybody and they need another guy.
Oh, let's go. Yeah, you're crazy.
That'll work out for them. Another guy is what they need, Roy.
All right, another guy. Now we're talking about the Rams, Cooper Kupp. Could Stafford be on the way out? Is anyone going to even dare touch that quarterback?
I'm going to say no, and I'm going to stick to my guns. And I have said all along, week 8 starts the Matthew Stafford retirement party, and I'm sticking to my guns. We're 2 weeks away, and I think if we do see them cut bait with Cooper Kupp, here's the thing about a guy like Stafford. I think he works if you bring him in at the beginning of the year, but I don't know if he works at the end, in the middle of the year.
All right. Listen.
And I kind of feel that way with Kupp as well. I kind of go, if this was the beginning of the year, the number of teams that could have used him, I think he could have been in Buffalo, and I think that would have worked as well. But in the middle of the year, I feel like it's a specific team you need.
Only way I think Stanford gets picked up realistically, if there's a team that was in contention, who's doing well, who got their quarterback hurt.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you go, man, okay, you willing to, this is a good quarterback who will fit in, and let's rock and roll.
Yeah, but even at that, like let's say Tua comes back and gets hurt again. I don't know if he fits in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah, but they're not in a record to go, oh, let's pick up this salary. No.
That's true. That's true. Very true.
All right. What about another one? We talked about him. Tampa Bay, are they at a point where they're going, oh my goodness, did the year just fall on its face?
Yeah.
And we got to pick up some receivers.
Yeah, that's a tough one over there in Tampa. I know that they picked somebody up today, not a big name. I think it's interesting because I did not notice that. I think Slayton's over there. They used to be on the Giants. So they might have some options. That's unfortunate, man. Godwin's one of those good guys that, you very rarely hear him talk. He just works hard, just catches the ball. Never cared if he was about getting numbers. Him and Mike Evans both. You never hear him up fighting. Oh, I didn't get any my catches today. They just wanted to win, and I really do hate to see that.
So are they looking, or they got to try to ride it?
I think they're looking, but Mike Evans just got paid. They just paid, Baker, but not a lot. Godwin has been paid. I think it's the second year of his contract. Or no, he actually, I heard them say that he was going to be up in 25. And he was having the type of year that was going to give him a big contract. So that sucks for him. I think they're looking, but I think what they could fit under that salary cap, I have a feeling is going to be real little.
Next question, really quick. Do you think that Bryce Young is done in Carolina?
I think so. When you bring in a guy like Dalton, who has been a backup for how many years now? It's been a while. At least 5 or 6 years, he's just been a backup.
Yeah,
and
I'm surprised he still knows how to throw the ball.
And he came in, and the thing that we can talk about how a guy's arm might go a little bit, their mobility might go, but their brain keeps on getting better. Their minds get better. And that's what happened, I think, with Andy Dalton. That's what you're seeing with Joe Flacco. That's what you're seeing with Geno Smith. These guys just have seen it all. And I think when you jump from team to team, it also gives you different perspectives because you run with the scout team of their defense and their different defenses and things like that. So I think Bryce's Young is gone.
I think he's gone. I think they're going to try to trade him. Somebody will pick up a second, what I call you're not going to get much for him, but somebody will go, you know what? He'll ride our bench. He'll learn. And maybe we get a needle in a, what is it? Lightning in the bottle. And he comes out to be something good.
Yeah. I think maybe the best case scenario for him, oddly enough, might be going to Arizona because they're going to run a lot of the same offense that he can run. He's going to have the same body type, more or less. I know Kyler's a little stockier, but frame wise, they're going to be working kind of the same way. And I think that Kyler Murray is a little hissy fit away from being over in Arizona. I think they're over it right now. And if he can get a connection with Marvin Harrison, well, but they could also reset. They keep Bryce. They trade him away for something, you know what I mean? Maybe to the New York Jets next year when Aaron Rodgers retires.
See,
And
that's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm at. I'm at bring him to the Jets. There's no foul. You're gonna, you give him a fourth, give him a fifth. That's all you're gonna get. Bring him to the Jets. That is an option. You know what I mean? You could bring him to see what you could do in the Cleveland. Maybe bring him to Cleveland. You know what I mean? Keep him over there. That's where I would be looking at. And somebody who goes, hey, maybe 2 years, 3 years down the line, he could start for me. That's where I'm thinking. But the next one, let's talk about another quarterback. Has Fields lost his job?
You know what? I don't think he has. I think what happened and what we're seeing is Tomlin from jump had a plan. And I thought it was the right plan. Start Russell Wilson. See what he's got. Because then if you see what he got and then you move on to Justin Fields, you can stay with Justin Fields and him be the future, right? I think right now, Wilson will be in there this week again. That'll be his second week in a row. And then they have a bye week. Okay? That's when the decision really is going to be made on who they're going to stick with for the rest of the season. And so I don't know if he's done, but I will tell you that I don't think that Tomlin has closed the door on it. I think he's too smart to close the door on something he knows he doesn't need to do because he's not married to either one of these guys. There's no loyalty. There's no draft picks or money or literally there's nothing holding me to one guy or another. If I don't like the way you come off the field and look at me, I could put the other guy in with a happy conscience and we'll keep it rolling, you know?
I think Tomlinson says this. I think he says this. You're right. I'm not losing. I just want to win games. I'm going to put this guy in. Hey, he does great. He gets hurt. Okay. There's no sweat off our back. We got him for this year. We got him as cheap can be. Now, Fields is more of a long-term project. What do I got? Where does he got to work? Hey, we saw what we could do. He won games. Now, Wilson comes in. Maybe he wins some more. Maybe he gets hurt. Whatever it is. Even if, again, Wilson looks good, we could go, hey, let's try to trade. Let's try to assign this guy. Or they could be going, hey, I got Wilson. Somebody may be willing to take him late, trade for him, even though they're not going to get much, but I get something back and they got this quarterback for next year.
But they need to see him. They could be showcasing him, is what you're saying.
Never know. Yeah.
You'll never know. I will say this. I think this was preempted by when Pittsburgh played, forget the team that they lost to. Was it Baltimore? Doesn't matter. The team they lost to, they pulled Fields out and they put in Kyle Allen. Here's the thing about Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen is the guy who came in, started playing in Carolina after Cam Newton left. And he had like 7 games that he was just slinging the ball everywhere. He's got a big arm. He's not really mobile, but he can really sling the rock. He was the backup in Buffalo last year. And that offense, you actually saw, oh my goodness, look, he's throwing it over here. It looked like a real offense. And I think that snapshot made Tomlin hike up his eyes and go, man, it's not that he's not doing well. It's that I saw what our offense could look like with a quarterback that really can throw the ball and can orchestrate. And even for that glimpse, I saw it. And I think that's what made him go, you know what? Let me try Russell, because if Russell can give me what Kyle Allen gave me, it's going to be better for our team in the long run. Because they're playing so well, but nobody thinks of them as a threat for the Super Bowl. And that's where they want to be.
Got it. Next one. Amari Cooper. Is he the answer?
I think he is perfect for the Buffalo Bills. Let me put it that way. And this is why I say that. Let's say we trade for Davante Adams, the Bills do. We have to change our whole offense. Our whole offense now has to change and revolve around Amari. And now we're on a count. We got to get Amari his.
It doesn't revolve around Amari. You talk about Dante Adams. If that was the trade,
yeah, that's what I mean. If we would have gotten Davante Adams, our whole thing would have revolved around Davante Adams. We would have changed our whole offense. You would have started us throwing. You see us throwing the ball more. We would have reverted back. Why? Because Adams wants the ball, and Josh would have had that pressure to make Davante look like he did when he was with Aaron Rodgers, or better. With Amari Cooper coming in, Amari's not that type of guy. Amari wants to help the team win, throw me the ball when I'm open. He wants to do his job, and that's it. And we didn't have to change the offense. If you looked at this week's offense, and I know he doesn't even have the full offensive book yet. So Tennessee, just so everybody's aware, was ranked #1 defense in the league when we met them this weekend. Okay? Shocking to me too, right? They got good cornerbacks and their defensive tackles are really good. What does that mean? We can't run the ball up the middle. And we do a lot of running between the tackles. So it made it harder for us to run. So we started to throw it more this game. But you still saw us commit to running the ball. We were hitting the edges. The point being that we didn't change the philosophy that we came into the year with. We knew that philosophy worked. We just needed a piece to help us open up our philosophy the whole way. And I think that's what Amari does, as opposed to takes over the offense and changes it.
Yeah, I think he was a good piece. He's a good receiver without being a prima donna receiver.
Mm-hmm.
The guy you got to say, well, we got to get him the ball, 10 times a game. And I think about it now with the way Buffalo is receiving core is, there's not a downtime. They're
right.
bringing in every down. They got some receivers.
That's right.
And now you're like, oh my goodness. Oh, Lamb is out. Diggs is out. You may have some Jeffersons out.
Right.
Who you gotta now? You go, I don't know who they got to give the ball to.
That's right. And he did the most important part. Yeah. He did the most important part that he could have done, is that our rookie first-round pick got better the second he stepped on the floor.
That's true.
That's more than anything. I didn't care how Amari looked. I cared that he was there, and then Coleman went off and got 143 yards. That's actually even a better what do you call it? Reaction to him, you know what I mean? To him getting traded. So if we could get over 100 from Coleman and 66, 67, 70 out of him every game and keep on running the ball, I'm totally happy with that, how our offense would look. And I think we'd be scary, because you're right. You can guard whoever you want, but Mac Hollins has caught 3 touchdowns this year. You know what I mean? So
with shoes on.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, John, we appreciate it. That was Hot Talk, talking about the pros and cons, the pluses and the minuses, and what was going down in the league and what potentially could go down in the league. And you know what? Football season is still hot and hotter than it could be. So please subscribe, like, send us a topic, send us a comment. But more than anything, there's only one thing we want you to do. And John, what is it?
Talk to a Stranger About Sports today.